Well, we're going to look at algebraic substitution today. Now, the word substitution means replacing one thing with another. So what does that mean in algebra? Well, in algebra, substitution means to replace a variable or a pronumeral with a value or a number to evaluate an algebraic expression. Okay, so that means we're going to be replacing letters with numbers. Okay, so algebraic substitution is replacing the letters with the numbers. The letters are, if you remember, are called variables or pronumerals. Let's have a look at the first question, or the first example. It says, if P equals 3 and Q equals 14, evaluate. Now, evaluate each expression below. Now, evaluate means to find the value. Okay, now we've looked at that word before, but that means find the value. Okay, work it out. That's what it means. Find the value. Okay, so P plus Q, we're going to replace P with the number 3 because it says P is equal to 3. So I'm going to put down equals 3 and then plus Q is 14. Okay, so replace Q with 14. So I've done an algebraic substitution. I've substituted the letters for a number. Okay, I've replaced the letters with the matching number. Okay, then I work that out. I find the value of 3 plus 14, which is 17. That's my answer. All right. Now, what I'd like you to do is have a go at question 2. I'll call this the hashtag question. Okay. I want you to have a go at question 2. All right. So, little equal sign. Q. Actually, let me just rub out the hashtag for a minute. It's a bit in the way. And, okay, a little equal sign. Now, Q is 14, so replace the Q with 14. Take away or subtract. P. P is 3, so replace P with the number 3. 14 minus 3 is 11. Okay, second question. All right, make sure that's copied down onto your notes. Question 3. Now we've got to work out Q plus 1 over P. Q plus 1 over P. Okay, now Q, as you can see, is 14. Okay, so let's put the little equal sign. 14 plus 1 divided by 3. Okay, now 14 plus 1 is 15, so that makes 15 divided by 3. And 15 divided by 3 is 5, so that's my answer. Okay, let's have a look at number 4. Q minus 5. Q minus 5. Well, Q is 14 and minus 5. 14 minus 5 is 9. Okay, now question 5. P minus Q plus 2. P minus Q plus 2. Now P is 3 and Q is 14. So we're going to have 3, so equals 3 minus 14 plus 2. 3 minus 14 is minus 11. You've still got the plus 2 there. And then minus 11 plus 2 is minus 9. That's your answer. Should try to do these without a calculator because we've done integers before. Now, let's have a look at question 6. 3p plus 2q. Now, 3p is 3 lots of p. So you've got to think of this as 3 lots of p. Okay, so you've got to think of this as multiplication. And 2q is 2 lots of q. So you think of the 2q as a multiplication as well. Okay, Now, what's P? P is 3 and Q is 14. So it's now you do the substitution, 3 times 3 plus 2 times 14. That gives you 9 plus 28, which equals 37. Okay. Now, that's algebraic substitution. You can see that we replaced the letters with the matching numbers. Okay. And let's look at something called algebraic abbreviations. Okay. Now, when substituting into algebraic expressions, so all I'm doing is just reading out the notes here. So when substituting into algebraic expressions, all right, now what is an algebraic expression? This is an algebraic expression. So is this. Anything with a pronumeral in it is an algebraic expression. As long as you've got more than one, you need to have more than one term in the expression. Okay, so an algebraic expression consists of more than one term and you need a pronumeral or a letter in your expression. So when substituting into algebraic expressions, we need to be aware of the following abbreviations. Okay, so let's have a look. 3K means 3 times K. So anytime you see a number next to a letter, you have to understand that as multiplication. So if I had 7P, right? Well, that means 7 times P, right? So anytime a letter, so a number is next to a letter and there's nothing in between them, you've got to think of a time sign being between them. Okay, that also applies to this example. So AB, notice there's nothing in between the A and the B. AB means A times B. All right, so 2 letters together means A times B. And 3 letters together means, so KPG means K times P times G. So 3 letters together, you've got to interpret this as multiplication as well. Okay, so AB means A times B and KPG means K times P times G. And if I had, to take it a bit further, if I had A, B, C, D, well, that would mean A times B times C times D. Okay, so when you've got 2 letters together or 2 or more letters together, it's multiplication. And if you've got a number and a letter together, that's also multiplication. Now, 1x is abbreviated as just x, okay? Because if you've got 1x, that just means x, doesn't it? Okay, minus 1x is abbreviated as minus x. Okay, so you've got to be able to recognize this and this as meaning the same thing. Just like you've got to recognize that 1x and x also mean the same thing. Now, 2 more. W divided by 4 can also be written as W over 4, like a fraction. So the fraction line there, which we call the vinculum, that means division, okay? So these 2 expressions are the same. All right. Now, k squared, so anytime you see a power of 2, it means you're multiplying k by itself. So k squared means k times k. Just like if we had m squared, right, what does that mean? M squared means m times m. And if I had something like x squared, well, x squared means x times x. And when you do x's in algebra, you should do the cursive ones so that you can distinguish between the letter and also the multiplication sign. Because if you just use this as an x, then this would make sense. You just have 3 x's to 3 of the same symbol together. So try and do your x's curly. All right. Now let's have a look at some more examples. Now we know those abbreviations. Okay, so now I can see my page has not quite worked out here. So this example goes with this, right? So if k equals 5 and m equals minus 3, evaluate each of the expressions below. Okay. Now we know what this means. 2k, that's 2 times k, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to think of this as 2 times k. Then we've got the plus m. All right. Now 2 times k is 2 times 5. Plus m, or m is minus 3. Now, 2 5s are 10. Now a plus and a minus together give me a minus. So it's 10 minus 3. And then that gives me 7. Okay. All right, I want you to try this question by yourself. Okay, the hashtag 3k plus m. All right, 3k plus m. Okay, so we've got 3. Now it's times between the 3 and the k. 3 times 5 plus, whoops, got to put the number there. So we've got plus, should be negative 3 there. So 3 5s are 15. Then you've got plus and a minus is a minus. And that gives you 12. All right, let's try this one. Question 3. 5k minus m. Now, we know that k is, go back to here, k is 5 and m is minus 3. So this will be 5 times 5. Now, the minus is there. Don't forget m is minus 3. So we're actually going to have 2 minuses together here. 5 5s are 25. 2 minuses give you a plus. And then you get 28. Okay. All right, try this question now. Hashtag 1. Have a go at this one. All right. So we've got 7k minus m. So it's 7 times 5. You've got the minus sign there. And don't forget m is negative as well. So put where the m is, you put negative 3. It gives you 35. 7 5s are 35. 2 minuses give you a plus and 3. 35 plus 3 is 38. Okay. Make sure that's copied down. Let's try the next one. 3k minus 2m. Okay. So 3k is 3 times k. So 3 times 5. Then you've got to write down the minus sign and the 2. And we know there's a multiplication symbol between the 2 and the m. Okay, and m is minus 3. Okay, now 3 5s are 15. That's the first step. Now you've got to look at this as well as the multiplications. This is negative 2 times negative 3. Okay, negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. All right, so it's 15 plus 6 is 21. All right, have a go at this next question here. All right, so we've got k is 5, so you've got 3 lots of 5 just like before. And this time it's plus 2, and then don't forget there's a multiplication symbol between the 2 and the m. 2 times negative 3. That gives you 15. Now, positive 2 times negative 3 is minus 6. That's going to give you 9 for your answer. Okay, make sure that's copied down. Now, question 7. K squared plus 4. K squared plus 4. Now, what's k again? K is 5. Okay, so k squared plus 4, we're going to have 5 squared plus 4. Okay, now 5 squared is just 5 times 5, isn't it? And you've still got the plus 4 there. 5 5s are 25. Still got the plus 4 there. 25 plus 4 is 29. Okay. You try the next one. Question 8. Hashtag. Okay, k squared minus 2. That's equal to 5 squared minus 2. So that's 5. 5 squared means 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Then 25 minus 2 is 23. Okay. All right. Now let's have a look. Make sure that's copied down. Let's do question 9 now. Question 9 is m squared plus 8. Now m is -3. You've got to be careful here. Because it's negative, we have to put that in brackets because we are squaring the -3. So with the negative numbers, you've got to put those in brackets. Then plus 8. Now, -3 squared means -3 times -3. Keep the plus 8 there. A negative and a negative is a positive. So you get -3 times -3 is 9, positive 9, plus 8, which equals 17. Okay, I'd like you to have a go at now number 10. Okay, we'll call this the hashtag one. So have we got the hashtag question? Okay, so let's have a look. Did I get the value right? Yes, m is -3. Okay, so have we got question 10? So you've got -3 squared minus 12. -3 squared is -3 times -3, and then we've got the minus 12. -3 times -3 is positive 9. Then 9 minus 12 is -3. Okay, last few questions. We have km plus 2. Alrighty, so km plus 2. So km. Now k is 5. Remember, this is k. This means k times m. Okay, so when two letters are together, there's a multiplication symbol. So this is 5 times -3, and you've got the plus 2. 5 times -3 is -15. Then you've got the plus 2. And -15 plus 2 is -13. Okay, so have a go at this next question by yourself. 5 minus km. Okay, so it's going to give you 5 minus. Now k is 5. Don't forget there's a multiplication here. So this actually means 5 minus k times m. Okay, so times -3. Now you've got to do the multiplication before the subtraction. So -5 times -3 is positive 15, which equals 20. All right, last one. Try this one as well. Now, this means 5 times k squared, doesn't it? Take away 3. There's a times in between the 3 and the k. Times k. Okay, so it's going to give you 5 times 5 squared minus 3 times 5. Okay, now 5 squared is 25. We worked that out before. 3 5s are 15. 5 times 25 is 5 times 25 is 125 minus 15, and that gives you 110. Okay, and that's it.